we go. Two of the top four seeds when we began this playoff journey have arrived at their championship moment. Each side earned a bye from a strong regular season. Each side won 2 playoff games to get here. Now, which side goes home with the ultimate trophy? Welcome to Las Vegas, where dreams and fortunes can be made, and the site of this year's national championship game. As we'll see the number 3 seed in this playoff, the UCLA Bruins, taking on last year's national champions, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's time to get this national championship game underway and crown a champion. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Coverage team flying downfield, not much gained on that return. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
So quickly, all the way up to the 36, and it's first down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. Tackle made after a big gain. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. First and 10 now for the offense. Quarterback drops back. Going for his running back. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
You know, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Second down after the incompletion. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Fires it to the wideout, but they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. Moment on the opening drive. They face third down. Defensive backs up with the line, showing press. So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Aggressive start. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Oh, grabs it near the sideline. It's a huge gain. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there. And the offense will have a first and goal. The Bruins trying to punch it in. It's first and goal. First and goal, handoff. And a decent gain there for defense brings him down.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, good push inside there by that offensive line.
Second down and goal. To throw, it's Iamaleava. Moves out of the pocket. Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack.
But a lot of times when you see a sack like this, you got to give a lot of credit to the coverage downfield. I don't think the quarterback really felt good about anybody being open, so he held the ball just a little bit too long and allows the defense to come up with the first sack of the game.
Quick throw to his receiver. Touchdown, Bruins! They strike first in this national title bout. Some of the crowd hasn't even settled in. We got points on the board. Buckle up, Kirk.
I mean, this is amazing. This is exactly how you envision it, with the long layoff, the hype, the pressure, all the interviews you've done, and to be able to start off with an opening drive and a touchdown, couldn't have scripted it any better.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Breaking free at the 35. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
For Chris, you think about over the years with the Gators and their offense, it's always about Steve Spurrier and spreading it out and fun and gun and attacking downfield. I think these great Gator teams, they have an ability to do what we just saw right here. Pick up a first down on the ground, relying on that offensive line and their running back.
He hands it to the back. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from a defense. As the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Scanning the field. It's leg way. The receiver grabs it. Tackled pretty quickly, but that is a decent gain on the throw.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
Here comes the opening play of the drive to begin from the 33. First down, looking to throw the ball. Running out of time in the pocket. Makes the grab inside the 30, and he's still running. Finally tackled down at the 17-yard line. Now this offense in great scoring position.
You got to pick the right time to take your shots downfield, and this offense just did that. A huge gain, and now they're down in the red zone for a first down.
Ball handed off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Scanning the field. It's Iamaleava. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
Man, the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit. This offensive line has got to do a better job of taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance to win this game.
DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Looking for 6. Caught near the goal line. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a 1st and goal.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and This defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
He'll be stopped short a couple yards from the goal line.
It can be hard sometimes in a pre-snap, but if the quarterback can identify the outside coverage, he can avoid these kind of losses. This was just man coverage on the outside, and the secondary pounced on that screen.
All right, second down and goal now for this offense. And they're trying to punch it in here. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, UCLA.
Oh, the defense completely blows it here. They lose the tight end. He's a real option for this quarterback, especially on 3rd and goal. I'm surprised they wouldn't put a big safety or a linebacker right on top of him. He's open. Quarterback made the throw, and they got a touchdown.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He'll bring it out from his end zone. They get him down to wrap up the first period of play. And it's UCLA on top here. We've reached the end of one in this battle for the national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the stats so far. And as we flip the field and begin quarter number 2, we'll see if they can continue to build this lead. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. Stop right there at the line. No gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Receiver in motion now. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Oh, they can't bring him down. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Bringing pressure. Throw to the sideline, steps out after a short gain. The offense will go for here on 4th down and 3. Looking to throw here. He bought some time, now lets it go. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. Tackle made, but a big play all the way to the 48.
I thought the defense did a pretty good job here on this 4th down, but how about the quarterback? Throws an absolute laser to get that one in there for the first down.
The Gators begin a new series here, 1st and 10. We'll give it to the running back. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
The Gators looking to keep this drive moving. Handoff here from the shotgun. And that run produces a decent gain.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
The shotgun running play call. Tough running that breaks a tackle, picks up the first down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
That's an important first down on that running play. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Dropping back. It's Lagway. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. And this pass is on target. Caught. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal right there.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane.
Touchdown, Florida, as they answer with their first score of this title game. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense, and that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. First down. Looking to throw the football. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We'll see if the offense here can build on this lead before the break. Gain moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down. Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. That's caught. It's Thomas. He breaks free. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Grab behind the line, it's Thomas. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Out of the shotgun, you'll hand it off. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Thomas. They make the stop, but it'll be 1st and 10 now from the 18.
This defense has got to do a better job in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, and this offense could have 50 on you by the end of this game.
Looking to scramble. He'll step out of bounds. Defense keeps that to a very short gain.
Good awareness here by this defense, keeping their eyes on the quarterback, knowing that he's a potential threat. That time before he can get out, they keep him to a short gain.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Launching one to the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Bruins. That's the kind of execution that's built on the practice field. A very precise pitch and catch for a touchdown.
Yeah, when we were out at practice, one thing that really stood out to me about this receiver was his ability to separate with his route running ability. You could see that right there on game day and how that shows up for a touchdown.
UCLA 21, Florida 7.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start with the 25. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And looking for a big play here. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. He goes down, but they'll have a chance here now just before halftime.
Well, they come out of that nickel package, and the move pays off, gives them an extra defensive back on the field, a little bit more speed and awareness, and it pays off with this big interception.
So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. Looking deep to the right side. Hauls it in outside the 10 and still running. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half.
Timeout, UCLA.
So on 1st down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. And that one's straight down the middle. And they add to their lead. So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Oh, and he's got some space here. Turns on the speed. Can they catch him? All the way for a touchdown. We talk about an unforgettable moment for that guy. A kick return for a touchdown in the championship game.
Chris, I didn't know if he had the speed to be able to take it all the way back to the end zone. Initially had some good blocks to spring him free, and then was just outrunning some angles that some of the kickoff coverage team had. Nice play.
PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker. Penalty markers are down. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Now they get set to kick it away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. To the air, it's Lagway. Good throw to the left. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. He steps out at the 6. What a crucial takeaway.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. You're right. He shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
He escapes the pocket. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
That's a smart heads-up play to me by the quarterback. Would rather throw it in the stands than a tight throw leading to a potential turnover. Wonder what they'll have dialed up here on this third down.
Boy, I'd hate to squander this great field position, but here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he's down at the 3-yard line.
Wow, they get positive yards here. You have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
So what's the play call? It's 4th and goal from the 3. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. He's running out of time here. Whistle ball incomplete and a turnover on downs.
I really thought that this was going to work out. Showing an aggressive approach here. Going for it on 4th down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
And the Florida offense retakes the field. They've got to get things going here. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. They'll give it to the back. Gets the first and still running. Breaks into the clear right down the middle. End zone ahead. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Gators. The comeback is on.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
21.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the UCLA offense back out on the field. Defense got a big 4th down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. Back to pass. It's Iamaleava. Short connection to the tight end here. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
There's the handoff. And this run goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. On the move now. It's a deep shot right down the middle. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Finally, they make the tackle, but this defense reeling after a huge explosive play.
This is really what separates a good running back from a great running back. Instead of just being a check down or a possibility involved in the screen game, this guy's actual wide receiver lined up in the backfield. That time you could see the versatility and what he brings to the table. He can come up with a big play.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Cox. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
That completion makes it second and medium. Back to throw. It's Siamaliava. Looking deep downfield to the left. Catch made down the left side. An explosive play. The sophomore making an excellent catch there.
Great timing here with the quarterback and the wide receiver. That receiver does a nice job of keeping his route vertical, and the quarterback's taught to put the ball away from the defender towards the boundary. Good adjustment by the receiver and a big play by the offense.
And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Pressure is coming. Oh, and a chance there for a game-changing interception. Couldn't quite come up with it. Sets up third down now.
Good adjustment here by the defensive coordinator. Let's face it, it's been a tough game so far for this defense. They've given up a ton of yards and touchdowns through the air. This time they figured out a way to affect his timing, and they get the pressure to hit him before he can make another play.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA. This is just quarterback wizardry. An amazing game with a national championship on the line tonight.
This might be as good of a quarterback performance as I've seen in a national championship in some time. The defense has got to try to do something to get him out of sync by trading the blitz or sit back and change up coverage, because what they've called up to this point just isn't working.
He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the return ends with the man stepping out of bounds. Now the first play of the drive. They'll begin at the 38. Off the play fake on first down. Quick throw over the middle. He's got it in the open. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Quarterback still with the football. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play. It's UCLA with the lead, Kirk. You've reached the end of the third quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. For the final period, let's check out the game stats. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up first and goal. Looking for a gap. It's Baugh. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
And it's first and goal. You're thinking about trying to score. You're looking at positive yards instead. You're going backwards. That's going to set up a very important second down call here.
He keeps it on a design run. Touchdown, Florida. A heroic effort here on the biggest stage. Here we go, national championship game, fourth quarter, one possession game, Kirk. Let's see who's going to step up.
Well, the stakes can't get any bigger. The offense has done their job to give themselves a chance. But what about their opponent? What about the other side? How will they handle this pressure? Late in the game, they still have the lead. I want to see what their plan of attack is and how aggressive they might be willing to be.
They'll return it from inside the 5. He steps out of bounds at the 14. That's where the drive will start. And the Bruins offense back out on the field. To throw, it's Iamaleava. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And it's hauled in. What a catch. The senior makes an excellent catch there and is brought down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having a lead here in the fourth.
Looking to throw it on first down. Going for a big play downfield. And it's intercepted. A crushing play. Breaks into the open. They finally tackle him, but what a tremendous play. The pick and then that return. The Gators offense retakes the field. And the back gets the football. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Second effort, their defense cannot stop him short of the marker.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
He'll hand it off. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
Looking to pass here on second down. Grab down the middle. It's Wilson. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
Well, that's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
Breaking, refuses to be stopped. And the junior decides to pick up the first down himself.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in a fourth quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space and lanes. And he takes off and picks up the first down.
The Gators hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought down at the 3-yard line, but this offense now has a first down and goal right there. First and goal, and the offense punch it in and claim the lead here in the fourth quarter. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Nowhere to run up the middle.
And I just love that this defense is not giving up on this first and goal. They attacked. They got through. They got penetration. Nice job of being able to keep them out of the end zone.
Dropping back. It's Lagway. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. They jump on top now here in the fourth.
Oh, man, I think the defense was so caught up with their eyes on the quarterback, they completely lose the running back out of the backfield. Nice job by the play caller here of getting the ball out to the running back instead of the receiver for the touchdown.
Florida, 35. UCLA, 31.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. And the UCLA offense is back out on the field. The national championship coming right down to the wire. Biggest possession of the game so far. This offense needs a touchdown. Here comes a first down pass attempt. The pass rush closing in. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line. The final 2 minutes here. This defense trying to hang on. The offense trying to make a play to win it. Here we go. Final minutes of this national championship game. Can this quarterback step up and become a hero? It's a short completion to the big tight end. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice game there.
This is why offenses drill down on the 2-minute drill year-round. You want to have quarterbacks and wide receivers completely dialed in on down and distance, and especially the clock. You got to get out of bounds when you can to preserve it. They do a really good job of that right here.
And it comes down to this in the national championship. Close game. Final minutes. Can this quarterback step up and make a winning play? Looking downfield. It's Iamaleava. Moves out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so they'll just throw it away.
Now that's going to bring up a critical third down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a first down.
Free throw complete to the tight end. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up fourth down.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a second or third option. He gets positive yards, but anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
This one falls incomplete, and the defense makes a fourth down stop.
Boy, as a play caller, you save this play for this moment. Under 2 minutes to go. Fourth down. Fourth quarter. Game on the line. And then you just got to rely on your quarterback to make good decisions and be accurate with the football. In this case, he is not. And that, to me, is probably the ball game.
Here we go. A national championship is so close if the offense can keep the football and just bleed out the clock. Ball handed to the running back. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. A national championship right in front of them if the offense can keep the football away here. Here comes a handoff. They bring him down just short of the marker. It's going to be fourth down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Leading here in the fourth quarter, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to stretch the lead and keep possession. They try to sneak it for the first.
Chris, how about that? What a call on fourth down. They get the conversion under a minute to go, and that should be about it. What a job by this offense to be able to come up with a victory today.
Here we go. A national championship is so close if the offense can keep the football and just bleed out the clock. The shotgun handoff here. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3. A national championship right in front of them if the offense can keep the football away here. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. With the last team standing on the top of the mountain for a national championship.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
And that's going to do it as we crown another national champion and punctuate a wild, exciting season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Florida Gators.